Chalo. Hi friends, hi students. This is your friend CA Rohit Grover, a faculty for you, a mentor for your subject called CA Final Paper 3 Advanced Auditing and Professional Ethics. So as in the earlier class we had an introduction about our subject called Advanced Auditing and Professional Ethics. So as I told you in that introduction part that some part of the intermediate and IPC level, the same portion you have to carry forward in your CA Final advanced auditing also. So one of the biggest topic which is similar, which is 120% similar, either you are doing it in your inter and IPC level, or you are doing it in your CA final level. Most of the portion is same. You can say rather 100% of the portion is same, but yes, when it comes to CA final, as the name suggests that it is an advanced auditing, so we have to complete this topic called company audit in a more advanced manner, right? So without wasting our time, let us start with our lecture number 1 for the CA final paper number 3 advanced auditing and professional ethics. The name of the topic, as you can see, that this is your paper number 3 advanced auditing and professional ethics. The lecture number 1 we are going to talk about company audit. Now what do you mean by company audit? When we talk about the company audit, we always think about one person. What is the name of that person? That person name is known as auditor. What is the name of the person? Person name is known as auditor. Now, what company audit is going to tell you? Now, in the company audit, what we are going to learn? We are going to learn section number 138 to section number 148. Now again repeat, what are the sections we have to cover? Section number 138 to section number 148, right or not? Now section number 138 to section number 148, they all only talk about one person. Who is that person? Auditor, right or not? Now in that if we'll see section number 138, it talks about one particular auditor. That particular auditor name is known as internal auditor. So what is section number 138 talks about? It talks about which auditor? Internal auditor. Whereas section number 139 to section number 148, we are only going to talk about which auditor? Statutory or external auditor. I hope everyone is clear. So again repeating, section number 138 in the company audit scenario is going to talk about the which auditor? Internal auditor. And section number 139 to section number 148 is going to talk about which auditor? External auditor. So it means out of the total sections in the Companies Act relating to auditor, we have only one dedicated section when it comes to the internal audit, right? And the remaining section number 139 to 148 are only going to talk about which audit? External auditor. I hope I'm clear about it. I hope everyone understood the intention of this lecture and everyone understood the structure of this particular sections of Companies Act. So let us first start with the external audit. Section number 139 is known as appointment of an auditor. What is the first section? 139, which talks about what? Appointment of an auditor. But let me tell you one thing, where we are going to cover section number 138. As we all know that in CA final advanced auditing part, we have one chapter called internal audit, management and operational audit. So anyways, we have to do the internal audit in that chapter. So we will do one thing, we'll cover section number 138 about the internal auditor in that chapter. What is the name of the chapter? Internal audit, management audit and operational audit. So we are not going to cover internal audit in company audit. We are only going to cover whose sections? External auditors section. So let us start with the section number 1. Now what is the section number 1? Section number first, what we have to do is section number 139. Let me give you the structure of section number 139. Now in the 139, we are going to divide this section into 3 parts. Are you getting the point? Now, section number 139, exactly under that, there are 4 subsections we have to understand. Section number 139, subsection 7. Section number 139, subsection 5. Section number 139, subsection 6. And section number 139, subsection 1. All these subsections only talks about one thing, that is called appointment of an auditor. They all talk about what? Appointment of an auditor. Everyone clear? Now Next, we'll understand section number 139 subsection 2. Now, what is section number 139 subsection 2? Section number 139 subsection 2 talks about rotation of auditors. Section number 139 subsection 2 talks about what? Rotation of auditors. Then, what is section number 139 subsection 8? Section number 139 subsection 8 talks about casual vacancy. It talks about what? Casual vacancy. Are you getting the point? So what if the auditor resigns or he's died or disqualifies from being an auditor? Okay, what things will take place? That thing is known as what? Casual vacancy. So casual vacancy of a statutory auditor we are going to cover in section number 139 subsection 8. I hope everyone is crystal clear with the structure of section number 139. So 139 alone, under that 4 subsections: subsection 7, subsection 5, subsection 6, subsection 1 talks about what? Appointment. Very good. And 139 subsection 2 talks about what? Rotation of an auditor. And 139 subsection 8 talks about what? Casual vacancy. I hope everyone is clear. Now, let us understand the first section. What is the first section? The first section is section number 139. Sir, how to do this section? Let me tell you one thing. You have to start falling in love with this subject. Are you getting the point? हम लोग इसको इतना deep में we are going to understand this subject in a so deep manner कि I can guarantee you after listening the lectures you will be having enough confidence in yourself कि yes, I can do wonders in this particular topic called company audit. Now see, let us understand section number 139. Now section number 139 talks about what? Appointment of an auditor. It talks about what? Appointment of an auditor. Now everyone please tell me, when we are using the word called auditor, do we mean internal audit or external audit? External auditor. We are talking about which auditor? External auditor, or also known as which auditor? Statutory auditor, and also known as which auditor? Company auditor. We are not talking about the internal auditor, because for the internal auditor we have a dedicated section called section number 139, right? So appointment of an auditor. Now what are the things we have to do in the appointment of an auditor? First of all, try to learn the structure of the section. What the lawmaker intention was to name this section. It is known as appointment of an auditor in government company and in non-government company. Now how to appoint an auditor in which company? We have to understand the appointment of an auditor in which company? Government company. And we also have to understand the appointment of an auditor in which company? Non-government company. ठीक है सर? तो government company में करेंगे और non-government company में भी we'll understand about the appointment of an auditor. Now let it be government company or let it be a non-government company. Let it be a government company or let it be a non-government company. In every company there are two types of auditor. In every company there are two types of auditor. One is known as first auditor of which company? Government company. Another one is known as subsequent auditor of which company? Government company. ठीक है सर? तो let it be government company or let it be a non-government company, there are always two types of auditor. One is known as first auditor and one is known as subsequent auditor. Now the same chart we have to draw on the other side also. So on the other side, which company do we have? We have non-government company. In the non-government company also there are two types of auditor. First auditor and subsequent auditor. First auditor and subsequent auditor, right sir? So it means in totality we have to understand the 4 different types of appointment criteria. One for the first auditor of a government company and subsequent auditor of the government company. Third is first auditor of a non-government company and subsequent auditor also of a non-government company. So let's learn the subsections in these. What are the subsection? This is 139 subsection 7. What is this? Subsection 7. This is 139 subsection 5. This is 139 subsection 6 and this is 139 subsection 1. So what are the subsections? Repeat now. First auditor of the government company's appointment is included in section number 139 subsection 7. Subsequent auditor of the government company is included in section 139 subsection 5. Now first auditor of the non-government company is going to be covered in section number 139 subsection 6, and subsequent auditor of the non-government company is covered in section number 139 subsection 1. I hope everyone is crystal clear. Let's move ahead. Now next thing what we have to understand is how to appoint the first auditor of a which company? The first auditor of a government company. So remember one thing, the first auditor of government company is always appointed by C and AG. Sir, क्या होता है C and AG? What do you mean by C and AG? C and AG stands for Comptroller Auditor General of India. What is C and AG? Comptroller Auditor General of India. So every decisions relating to audit functions to the government companies are always taken by C and AG. It means, sir, is C and AG going to do the audit of government company? No. Statutory auditors like you and me are only going to do the audit of government companies, but we will be appointed by whom? C and AG. So who will appoint us? C and AG, right sir? Now C and AG will appoint the first auditor of a which company? Government company. Within 60 days from date of incorporation or date of registration. Who will appoint? C and AG. Point number 2, within how many days? 60 days from the date of incorporation or the date of registration of a company. Now the question is, sir, first auditor hota kaun hai? Who is called first auditor? Now for a newly incorporated company, the person who do the first time audit of a newly incorporated company, that auditor is known as first auditor. So we are talking about the newly incorporated government company. So within 60 days from the date of incorporation of that government company, the first auditor must be appointed. I hope everyone is clear. Who will appoint? C and AG. Within how many days? 60 days from the date of incorporation or registration of that government company. Next point. Sir, what if C and AG fails? What if C and AG fails? अगर C and AG fail होता है, if the C and AG does not appoint the first auditor within 60 days, then this power will be handed over to board of directors in the next 30 days. Board of directors in the next 30 days shall appoint. Are you guys able to understand? If the C and AG fails to appoint the first auditor within the first 60 days from the date of incorporation, then the C and AG delegates this power to board of directors. Board of directors will appoint the first auditor within the next 30 days, right? Next point. So next, if board fails, if who fails? Board fails, then who will appoint? If the board fails, then the members of that government company, who will take over? Now the members will appoint on what? On the failure of board of directors. Now members will conduct in general meeting. Members will conduct a general meeting. So members in the general meeting shall appoint within 60 days. Within how many days? 60 days. So समझ में आया sir? So first of all tell me, what is the section we are doing? 139, which talks about appointment of an auditor. In which company? Government company. In the government company, which subsection we are doing? Section number 139 subsection 7, which talks about which auditor? First auditor. Are you getting the point? It talks about which auditor? First auditor. And first auditor of a which company? Government company will always be appointed by C and AG. What is C and AG? Comptroller and Auditor General of India. Within how many days? Within 60 days from the date of incorporation. Sir, if the C and AG fails, board of directors are going to appoint in the next 30 days, and if the board fails, members will conduct a general meeting and they will appoint in the next what? 60 days. Within 60 days, right sir? Next thing, sir, what will be the tenure? Is first auditor का tenure क्या होगा? What will be the tenure of this first auditor? The tenure will be from date of appointment till the conclusion of first AGM. Remember one thing, after the first financial year will be over, you all know that in company law, we have already understood in intermediate level about the AGMs, that is first AGM and subsequent AGMs. So are we talking about the any AGM or first AGM? first AGM. So anybody just try to remember, everybody just try to remember when the first AGM of the company is to be conducted. It is to be conducted within 9 months from the end of the first financial year. So government companies first AGM will come or not, which will be conducted within 9 months from the end of the first financial year. So whenever they will conduct their first AGM, this is going to be the last day for the which auditor? For the first auditor of the government company. So from the date of appointment, the day when he appointed, till the conclusion of which AGM? First AGM. From the date of appointment till the conclusion of the first AGM, this first auditor of the government company is going to be appointed. So let me give you one small example. Say for example, now listen to this carefully. Suppose BHEL is a government company. BHEL is a government company. Now C&AG, now this BHEL company got incorporated on 7/6/2019. What is the date of incorporation? 7/6/2019. Now tell me one thing, when the first financial year of this particular company will be over, the first financial year will be over on 31st March 2020. Is it correct or not? That is the first financial year. Now say for example, C&AG has appointed on 8/7/2019 their first auditor. So their first auditor was appointed by the C&AG on 8/7/2019. Now you guys please tell me whether C&AG has appointed the first auditor within 60 days or not. 60 days will start from where? From the date of incorporation. So this is the date of incorporation and this is the date of appointment. Is he well appointed within 60 days or not? Yes sir. So is it a valid appointment or invalid appointment? Valid appointment. So this is called his date of appointment. This is called his date of appointment. Now when the first AGM shall be conducted, first AGM shall be conducted within 9 months from the end of the first financial year. So say for example, this BHEL's first AGM was conducted when? It was conducted, say for example, if we add 9 months to the financial year, I think it will come 31st December 2020. Am I correct or not? So say for example, this people conducted 30th September 2020. This is the first AGM date. Now when this auditor was appointed on 8th July 2019. This is the date. Right or not? And when the first AGM is conducted? First AGM is conducted on 30th September 2020. So tell me what is the tenure? The tenure will be simple, from 8th July 2019 to 30th September 2020. I hope everyone is crystal clear with the concept. So this is what do you mean by the appointment of which auditor? First auditor. Sir, easy or very easy? Sir, very easy. There is no thing called difficult. लाइफ में दो ही चीजें होती हैं, या तो इजी होती है, एक वेरी इजी होती है. अपन क्या कर रहे हैं? वेरी इजी. Are you getting up? We are doing the very easy. So this is what brings an end to section number 139 subsection 7, which talks about the first auditor of a which company? Government company. Let's move to the next auditor. Who is the next auditor? Subsequent auditor of a government company. Now what do you mean by subsequent auditor? Every auditor appointed after the first auditor will be known as what? Subsequent auditor. It means second auditor, third auditor, fourth auditor, fifth auditor. All those auditors will be treated as what? Subsequent auditor. Crystal and clear? Now again, subsequent auditor under section 139 subsection 5. First auditor under section 139 subsection 7. So now we are talking about the subsequent auditor. Subsequent auditor of which company, sir? Government company. So government company means the name should strike to your head. Who will appoint? Appointed by C&AG. Who will appoint? Appointed by C&AG. Everyone clear? So who will appoint? Appointed by C&AG. Now the next question is, sir, what if the C&AG fails here? First of all, C&AG must appoint within how many days? Within 180 days from commencement of financial year. Within 180 days from the commencement of which year? Financial year. Sir, how many days? 180 days from the commencement of financial year. So tell me presently which financial year is going on? 2021. Now for the 2021 audit, whether the government company called C&AG has to appoint the auditor or not. For the 2021 audit, C&AG has to appoint the statutory auditor or not. Now, when he should appoint? Within 180 days from the commencement. From what? From the commencement. From commencement of financial year. Now tell me, when the financial year is getting commenced? When the financial year is commencing? From 1st April 2020 financial year commenced. So approximately 180 days means what? By 30th September 2020 for the financial year 2021, the subsequent auditor must be appointed. Obviously, audit will start after getting the completion of a financial year, but you have to appoint the auditor within 180 days from the commencement of financial year. Who will appoint? Again, government company means what? C&AG. Right, sir? So within 180 days. Now the next question is, sir, is there any delegation? Whether board or directors can appoint or whether the shareholders can appoint? Answer is no delegation. No delegation of authority. Now C&AG is only going to appoint the which auditor? Subsequent auditors of a government company. No further delegation. Only C&AG has to appoint within how many days? 180 days from the commencement of financial year. Next point. Next point. Sir, what is his tenure going to be? Tell me, what was the tenure of the first auditor? From the date of appointment till the conclusion of any AGM of first AGM? First AGM. But what will be his tenure? From the date of appointment. From date of appointment till conclusion of next AGM. Till the conclusion of which AGM? Next AGM. Are you getting the point? First AGM is already over. This particular auditor is appointed because AGM held in the next year or not. Financial year got over. 1920 financial year got over. Right now, first financial year 1920. For that AGM got over. So up to first AGM, first auditor held the office. Now first auditor will leave. Who will come? New auditor will come. He will hold the office from his date of appointment till the conclusion of what? Next AGM. Now tell me, when the 2021 financial year AGM will be conducted? In the 2021 or 21-22? AGM of the 2021 will be conducted in 21-22. So till that AGM, this auditor will hold the office. So it means from date of appointment till the conclusion of next AGM. I hope everyone is clear. So what are the topics we are done with? We are done with section number 139 subsection 7 and we are also done with section number 139 subsection 5. What is 139 subsection 7? First auditor of a government company, and 139 subsection 5 first auditor of a subsequent auditor of a government company. Now we have to move to the first auditor of a which company? First auditor of which company? Non-government company. First of all, tell me, what do you mean by non-government company? A non-government company is a company which is not a government company, right or not? So you might be thinking, sir, ये बहुत ही बड़ा award winning answer दिया आपने. So government company, non-government company is a company which is not a government company. तो ऐसा तो फिर government company is a company which is not a non-government company. ऐसा नहीं होता. To understand the non-government company, you should know the meaning of what? Government company. So it means government company का मतलब क्या होता है? Tell me, what is the meaning of government company? A government company is the one in which at least 51% of the paid up share capital is either held by central government or state government or combinedly by both. It means that company in which 51% or more than 50% of the paid up share capital is not held by the central government or state government or combinedly by both, that company is obviously known as what? Non-government company. Are you getting the point? So non-government company is a company which is not a government company. सब कुछ clear है? ठीक है? Now we are going to talk about a first auditor of a which company? We are going to talk about first auditor of a non-government company. So let us understand section number, code section number first, 139 subsection 6. Understand one thing, sir. What was the difference you found between intermediate IPCC level and CA final? In the intermediate IPCC level, it was allowed कि even if you are not quoting the section, it was comfortable in the examination. But when it comes to CA final, after CA final, there is nothing. You are going to be a chartered accountant, so you should know the compliances, laws and regulations. तुम्हें पता होने चाहिए कि कौन सा section कहाँ पे quote करना है. लेकिन एग्जाम में there is one small tip free from me. If you are 100% sure, then only quote a section. If you are not sure, then do not quote a section. Are you getting the point? Do not quote the unsure section when it comes to the examination. Say for example, They are asking you first auditor of a non-government company. Now see what is the section 139 subsection 6, but you quoted 139 subsection 7, which is for non-government or government company. Government company. So it means if you are quoting 139 subsection 7, it means you neither know section 139 subsection 7 nor you know section number 139 subsection 6, and the examiner will get irritated and he will reduce your marks to the minimum level. Are you getting the point? If you are 100% sure, then only quote the section number, otherwise do not quote the section number. That is my opinion to you, right? So what is a auditor we are doing? First auditor of a which company? Non-government company. Section number 139 subsection 6. So first auditor again means, first auditor means the auditor who is going to do the audit for the newly incorporated company for the first time. So who is going to appoint? Is it a government company or non-government company? It's a non-government company. So obviously CA and AG will not participate. Appointed by first auditor will always be appointed by board of directors within 30 days, not 60 days. First auditor of the government company, how many days? 60 days. But here how many? 30 days from, yes, you are right, from date of incorporation or registration. Date of incorporation or registration of a company. Date of incorporation or a registration of the company. So there you appoint within 60 days, but here you appoint within 30 days. Who will appoint? There C and AG will appoint. Here who will appoint? Board of directors. Both are first auditors only, but they are government company, here non-government company. Next one. Sir, what if board fails? What if board fails? Obviously, if the board fails, who will come up in the picture? Members in EGM. Members will conduct not AGM. Members will conduct EGM. जल्दी बताओ EGM क्या होता है? Extraordinary General Body Meeting. Now whether first financial year got concluded yet? Not. So that's why how the AGM can come? AGM comes after the financial year. But it is happening during the financial year, first financial year. So 30 days from the incorporation are over. Board of director failed to appoint the which auditor? First auditor. Sir, कौन लेगा responsibility? Who will take the responsibility? Members. Members will conduct a which meeting? EGM. Members will conduct a which meeting? EGM. 14 days का notice देके members will conduct the EGM, and in the EGM they shall appoint. Members in EGM shall appoint. Members in EGM shall appoint within 90 days. What is the point used? Within 90 days. Matlab these 90 days already includes the board of directors 30 days. Are you understanding the point? These 90 days already includes the board of directors which days? 30 days. It means indirectly how many days? Next 60 days. 30 days of board of directors and 60 days of members. So total 30 plus 60 total comes what? 90. That's why the word used is what? Within 90 days. I hope everyone is crystal clear. So who will appoint? Board of directors within 30 days from the date of incorporation or registration of the company, and if the board fails, member will conduct an EGM and shall appoint within how many days? 90 days, or next what? 60 days. But what to be written in the examination? Within 90 days. Next point. What will be his tenure? What will be his tenure? Same tenure like the first auditor of a which company? Government company. What was the tenure of government company first auditor? From date of appointment till the conclusion of first AGM. From the date of appointment till the conclusion of which AGM? First AGM. So this person also is going to leave the company by the conclusion of the first AGM. Remember one thing, it's not the first AGM, it's the conclusion of the first AGM. जब first AGM खत्म हो जाएगी तब, when first AGM will be concluded, then only he has to leave. So from the date of appointment till the conclusion of first AGM. I hope everyone is crystal clear. 100%. Okay, let's move to the next auditor. Who is the last auditor? What we are left with? Subsequent auditor of a which company? Non-government company. Subsequent auditor of a which company? Non-government company. So non-government company, what is the section number? Again quote 139 subsection 1. So tell me, 139 subsection 7 is for first auditor of a government company. 139 subsection 5 is for subsequent auditor of a government company. 139 subsection 6 is for first auditor of a non-government company. And 139 subsection 1 is for first auditor, subsequent auditor of a non-government company. Now, what do you mean by subsequent auditor? Every auditor after the first auditor is known as what? Subsequent auditor, right? Now, subsequent auditor of a non-government company, board of directors are not allowed to do anything. Always appointed by members. Always appointed by members, no delegation. Like in the government company, only C&AG can appoint the subsequent auditor. In the non-government company, who will appoint? Only the members will appoint. Are you getting the point? Who will appoint? Only members will appoint. Members will appoint where? In the AGM. Members will appoint where? In the AGM. Now tell me one thing, whether the first auditor is leaving on the first AGM or not. Yes, from the same AGM. Now see, in the same AGM, we are going to appoint a which auditor? We are going to appoint a subsequent, second auditor. So one auditor is going, another one is coming in the same AGM. So members will appoint in the AGM, right or not? To hold the office. What will be the tenure of this auditor, subsequent auditor? To hold the office till the conclusion of 6th AGM. To hold the office till the conclusion of which AGM? 6th AGM. Sir, 6th AGM. Yes, the duration, indirectly they are saying that how many years? 5 years. From this AGM where we have appointed him to second AGM, 1 year, second to third, 2 years, third to fourth AGM, 3 years, fourth to fifth AGM, 4 years, fifth to sixth AGM, 5 years, for a duration of what? 5 years. It means, sir, what is our interpretation? Our interpretation is, sir, no auditor, either it is government company or non-government company, no auditor can hold the office for 5 years except one auditor. Who is that auditor? Subsequent auditor of a which company? Non-government company. So tell me, what was the tenure of first auditor of government company? Till the conclusion of first AGM. What was the tenure of the subsequent auditor of the government company? Till the conclusion of next AGM. What was the tenure for the first auditor of a non-government company? Till the conclusion of first AGM. And what is the tenure of subsequent auditor of a non-government company? Till the conclusion of next AGM or 6th AGM. 6th AGM. It means for a period of what? 5 years. मतलब एक बार appointed 5 साल की छुट्टी. You are not going to change the company. It means, I'm not saying you are permanently employed. Only for 5 years. For the 5 years, you are going to take care of audit assignment of your client. Everyone clear? Yes. If he is appointed, sir, what if he is not performing well? Can we remove him? Yes. Removal is also allowed before the expiry of the term. His term is getting expired after 5 years. So before the expiry also, we can remove him. But that we have in another section called section number 140 subsection 1, 140 subsection 4. There will understand removal of an auditor. I hope everyone is crystal clear. Okay, sir? So this is the only auditor who is going to be appointed for how many years, sir? 5 years. Everyone clear? We can remove him before the expiry, but that is the concern of our another section. I hope everyone is crystal clear with this section. Can you see now? The whole section 139 is there in front of you. The whole section 139 is there in front of you with all two companies, government company and non-government companies. Under that 4 auditor, first auditor, subsequent auditor of both government company and non-government company, including their subsection. I hope you are liking the presentation and I hope it is going inside your head very smoothly also. Everyone clear up to this point? Okay. Now, sir, section is not over yet. Section is not over yet. Now, what is the next thing we have to do in this section? Sir, before appointing an auditor, is there anything that statutory auditor has to give declaration to the company? Yes. Before appointing an auditor, every statutory auditor, as per Companies Act section number 139, statutory auditor must give a written declaration on his letterhead to the company. Now, what are the declaration he has to give? He has to give the 4 declaration. So, see, what is the topic? Before getting appointed, comma, a statutory auditor just wait. Yeah. Before getting appointed, a statutory auditor, before getting appointed, it was a little bit of glitch, as you all know that internet services, right? So please don't mind. So before getting appointed, a statutory auditor must file 4 declarations, orally or in writing. 4 declarations in writing to company. Sir, we have not read that. It is there. You have to file 4 declarations in writing on your letterhead to the company. Now, after getting appointed or before getting appointed? Sir, tell me one thing. Will you tell to the company that you are disqualified to be a statutory auditor after getting appointed, or before getting appointed? Obviously before getting appointed. So before getting appointed, a statutory auditor has to give the 4 written declaration. So what is the declaration number 1? अभी इसको ध्यान से करेंगे. Declaration number 1 क्या है? Declaration number 1 is he is not disqualified. Under section 141 subsection 3. What is the first disqualification? He is not disqualified under section 141 subsection 3. That will understand. Second declaration. Understood and agree to the terms and conditions of engagement. He understands and agrees to the terms and conditions of the engagement. तो पहली declaration क्या है कि he is not disqualified under section 141 subsection 3. Then he understands and agrees to the terms and conditions of the engagement. Declaration number 3. Sir, what is the declaration number 3? Declaration number 3 is very simple. Declaration number 3 is he is not violating his ceiling limit under section 141 subsection 3 clause G. Can anybody tell me ceiling limit under section 141 subsection 3 clause G of company audit, of doing which audits? Company audits. Now this will understand when we'll do the disqualifications. What is the ceiling limit? If you have an idea, you might be having an idea that as per the Companies Act, which we have learned in intermediate and IPCC level, the ceiling limit of doing the company audit is 20 company audits. How many? 20 company audits. So in this particular declaration, he is telling to the company that, sir, after getting appointed as a statutory auditor for your company, I am not breaching my ceiling limit. I am within my ceiling limit. Sir, what is the fourth declaration? The fourth declaration, what he is saying that, no case either in courts or in any statutory authority or in ICAI, our temple ICAI. You know that in the professional ethics, if you are guilty of professional misconduct, case will be filed against you. Or basically in the fourth point, the statutory auditor is telling to the company, sir, कि मेरे against कोई भी case नहीं है. No case is pending against me either in courts or statutory authorities or an ICAI relating to any kind of professional misconduct. So basically I'm saying that कि I am a clean sheet person. I'm a clean fellow. Are you getting the point? So no case is pending against me in ICA or any statutory authority or any kind of court. Second thing, I'm not disqualified under section 141 subsection 3. Third thing, I understand the terms and condition and agree to it. And the fourth thing, I'm not breaching my ceiling limit after accepting your audit. So main keywords, let us understand 141 subsection 3, agreeing and understood the terms. Next one, ceiling limit I am not violating under section 141 subsection 3 clause G, and no case is pending in any kind of court or statutory authority or ICA against me. Everyone clear? So this brings some partial end to our section called 139 subsection 5, 6, 7 and 1, right? So this is the 4 declarations what the auditor needs to give after appointing or getting appointed. Now the next thing what we have to understand, sir, is section over? No, section is not yet over. Section speaks something more about other things also. What does the section say? Section says that responsibility, or you can say duty of company. Now, did we appoint the statutory auditor? Yes, sir. Now, what the company has to do? Company has a responsibility or duty to intimate the appointment of statutory auditor. To intimate the appointment of which auditor? Statutory auditor. Sir, किसको intimate करना है? We have to intimate to the 2 people. Company has to intimate the appointment of statutory auditor to the 2 persons. Sir, who are the 2 persons? One, to the auditor himself. Company must intimate to the auditor कि भैया you have been appointed. ठीक है, अपना आके appointment letter ले जाओ. You have been appointed. Intimation to the auditor within 7 days from AGM. When do we have to intimate the auditor? Within 7 days from the AGM. Now we have to intimate the same thing कि we have appointed a statutory auditor to the ROC within 15 days. Within how many days? 15 days from AGM. But when we are intimating to the ROC, remember one thing, we have to follow the form number ADT1. We have to inform the ROC within 15 days from the AGM कि we have appointed our which auditor? First, we have appointed our statutory auditor within 15 days from the date of AGM. When it comes to the auditor, within 7 days from the date of AGM. But when we are intimating to the auditor, no ADT1 form number. But when we are intimating to the ROC, then ADT1 form number. Now, let me give you the idea how to remember this whole section. Now tell me, what is this? This is what we have learnt is known as, what? It is known as appointment of an auditor. It means how to appoint an auditor. This is what we learned, how to appoint an auditor. It means, can I say that this is called appointment process? Yes. So can I call it as during appointment phase? This is a during appointment phase. Okay, what to do, what not to do. Now, what is this phase? Is it during appointment or before appointment? This is called before appointment phase. This is called before appointment phase. And tell me, after appointment, what we are doing? After appointment, are we intimating to the auditor and ROC or not? This is called after appointment phase. This stage is known as after appointment. It means in the section number 139 only, we have the 3 stages. What to do during the appointment, what to do before the appointment, and what to do after the appointment. So that concludes your section number 139 alone. Are you getting the point? In that, what are the sections we did? We did section number subsection 7, subsection 6, subsection 5 and subsection 1. I hope you guys liked the lecture. And I will make sure that I will be entertaining you, or I'll be making you understand the subject knowledge in the same way. Thank you so much for lending your patient ears. And I expect the same love and affection from you guys which you have given to me on the face-to-face classes. I hope everything is crystal clear to all of you. So that concludes our first section of company audit, that is called section number 139, which talks about what? Appointment. So in the few minutes we are going to understand the next section called section number 139 subsection 2, which is talking about what? Rotation of an auditor, and section number 139 subsection 8, which is talking about what? Casual vacancy of an auditor. So see you after the 10 minutes of break. Thank you so much. Thanks for lending your patient ears. Again, I will borrow it in the next 10 minutes again. Thank you so much. Be safe, be sound. Thank you.